Oh, I knew I was forgetting steps. Oh, I apologize if this crashes the whole thing. Here we go. As one of the bosses in my job in college once said, here's the part where I either fix it or get fired, and then yank out a plug. Oh, exciting days. All right. Click. And then maybe I just need to cycle this one. Hey, got it in one. Oh, even when you know what you're doing, that's still terrifying. Hello, and welcome. I'm Nick, and welcome to DooM WAD Travelogue GAIDEN, the show where I normally say, even though it's not a great idea to be going out right now, doesn't mean we can't still explore new and interesting spaces. We're just going to do them in the form of DooM WADs and community build levels. But today, we're still doing a GAIDEN because last week we did a GAIDEN where we worked on our 10 and 1024 map, and this week I would like to do more of the same because if you can see, this is kind of how I'm feeling over here. Just sort of, we're laying it out there, the mess that is both around me and inside of my own head. But that being said, I really am looking forward to working on this map. He says as he scrambles to get the program's launch. Listen, folks, live demo. That would be here, and we want to go UDB, and all right, that's coming up. So how about I stop yabbering, just for the sake of tradition? Not really tradition, but we go to, hey, here's the stuff. Good, the lower third is the same one from last week, which means that it is the right one for this week. There, that's a little, nope. Some parts are better, the rest is worse. Good, yeah, that seems par for the course. My hair is floofy today. Hey, what is going on here? General question. All right, I'll work with that. But yeah, enough. You're hearing that twice. So I want to no. You... I also upgraded OBS right before launching, so we'll see how much normal stream stuff actually gets done today. Oh, not that one. This is advanced. This is working right. Only I'm hearing that. But that means it's going to get picked up by this, which you're hearing. Good. Everything should be fine. Where do we leave off? That's generally the first thing we ask, right? Okay, well, let's go find out. We're working on 10 and 1024. Working on map 1, the only map in here. And yeah. Let's do like we always do. Like we usually do. And let's put you back at the beginning. Okay, one thing I do remember is I thought might be a good idea to... Let's put that there. Him, whatever. And then, whoops, not add a new one. But add a box over here. And then that box is going to be zoop. It's going to be this. There. That'll work. Give me a second. There. Okay. Now we have a box there, which should block line of sight when we pass by here. Ooh, very tiny, but he's looking that way. But... Oh, maybe he might see us. Listen, actually, if that's the case, then how about we just turn him a little bit more? There. Save there. Okay. Now, let's play through the whole map again to get an idea of where we left off. I'm pretty sure we left off. We more or less finished building the penultimate room unless there's some sort of denouement room, in which case it would be the... What's the one before penultimate? Antepenultimate. Thank you very much. It may, depending on if we add another room at the end, that may have been the antepenultimate. Isn't this the dude who was bad in a way that you could call like a decade ahead of time? Unfortunately, I cannot skip stations on this, or skip tracks on this radio, so yeah, anyway, all right. Let's put some gunshots over it then. Paper airplanes. That's much better. Okay. So right, this truck is weird. I should change the front. That's part of the polish pass. We're not there yet. So we look here. No, somebody still saw us? That chain gunner still saw us. Wow. Okay. Okay, he saw us. We woke him up, but he doesn't seem to be able to find a spot where he can get a bead on us. So he's not firing. He's firing. So now they're infighting. So that is basically... Oh, I could just move this box one the other way. Right. Like I said, big mess in the head today. As though that were that different than usual. Whoops. There, and now this like centers on that gap. Shush. Here. Now when we look here, he's seeing us over that box? Oh my god. Wow. All right. So we'll have to double the height or something. We'll see. Here's the guy. That's the guy. Which gives us the red key, which puts us in here. At which point this dude. And then we get some stuff. That berserker pack is actually a trap because you go here and then shotgun, which changes your weapon. All right, good. See, because they woke up, now this guy wanders over here, which also lightens the combat scenario of this next zone anyway, which changes it from the intended. Like, if players are going to be able to sort of, like, sequence break or... Oh, right. Oh! One and done. Like, if players are going to be able to sequence break, they shouldn't be able to do it unintentionally, right? They like, I think it's... If there was something in here... If there was a way to... Like, if I put a box over on that side that allowed... Or, like... Yeah, or something. Like, if I put a box over on that side that you were able to step up to be able to let him draw a sideline to you over the box, that would be fine, because you would have to go out of your way to get on the box to set this one off early to allow infighting. Also, with only 10 enemies, like, I really want to try to avoid infighting. If I wasn't also constraining myself to the 1024, I could, basically give each enemy a like its own encounter arena and not basically try to like custom create per enemy and also evading the possibility of infighting, but for as it is. Also, I should move that one somehow. That's not how boxes are supposed to work. I don't know what I would put under it though. I'll figure something out. I love the tiny boxes. Okay. I could make those just a 2 because I want it to be clear that those are there to be like a. My brain's already in polishing phase. We have a whole room to build. Okay, this goes in here. Hello, goodbye. Let's give these. That elevator looks broken because it's not a lot darker, but it is darker and it blinks. Good. This is the one we go up into next. And you go, oh, dude, I love armor pickups. They're tasty. But there are boys. Now, here's the thing, though. There are boys. Like it or love it, they're... Ouch. Are boys. Yeah, and then even to get up and take those, you have to come like this far, which sets them off. Yeah, see? You see, that's another one I don't really like. Because now they're infighting already. I wonder if there is... I might have to do, like, learn some sort of scripting to make it happen, but if there's a way to specifically say, like, hey, ignore these monsters for the purposes of infighting, like these specific instances of these monsters, so that way, like... Because, like, by this point, as we all know, I'm saying that with sarcasm, when you get this far, they drop, right? And they become... Ooh. And I don't think it would be an issue to be like, if you just push past him to set that off, I think they should infight. Because then again, at that point, you are taking like an intentional kind of unintuitive step to allow for this to happen. Because like, infighting has always been cool in video games because it sort of suggests like well, it's cool because it suggests that the player is not like the be all end all entity in the world. It is like no, there are things that will occur even if you are not there at the time. And that is a very... I've been watching some Half-Life 1 playthrough lately, and the idea of just really holding up the sort of infighting of the enemies in that game, I think they do it in a good sense where they did it in a way with like the groups of enemies that would infight tell a certain story. But the idea of... again, that idea of the player is not the be all end all of the game world. Nothing happens without the player's involvement. Or the contrary to that. I feel like that. By the way, I had a latte and I was already chatty when I woke up. So sup fam. This is ooh, yeah, all right. Anyway, no, he's fine. He's fine. I heard he had a cold, or was it a tooth? Nah, and listen, all right. Freaking Eddie Izzard jokes aside. Wait, I know she went to she, but is she still Eddie Izzard?
As far as I know.
Cool. I am a fan of the specific, like, keeping, like, a contrast to the traditional in order to call attention to it and to, like, make a point. I like that, and that's what that feels like to me. Anyway, we haven't even finished our start playthrough of this. All right, so we have that room, then we come through here, and oh no, now it's like some sort of lab section, which... I'm still not happy with... oh, okay. So, like, I'm still not really happy with this in terms of... doesn't really... I mean, it kind of feels like a lab. It kind of doesn't. This room needs, like, some decoration or something. Again, I'm leaving all of that for Polish Pass. The fact that this room, like, has a vibe, and I've already laid out, like, areas that will require visual distinction is... Goodbye! um, to me, that's more than enough for the sort of like a step above gray box, but 2 to 3 steps below done. You know, um, that's fine. I am all out of bullets right now. Okay. Hey, good. You can already see through there, so that one's working. Oh, hey, this encounter actually gives you plenty of bullets. What? My guy? So, I did play around, I think this was after stream, and I did fix these portals a little bit by changing them to a different portal type, because if you remember, a big problem that we were having was... Oh, gosh, he's there! Oh, gosh. That guy surprises me every time. That also means a chain gunner is missing? No. 1, 2... That was the shotgun guy. He tucks in there. Like, I thought this was going to be for something secret, for something decorative. No, it's just for that guy to go hide in, I guess. But last time this was breaking because the other side of this portal is not on the same elevation as this one, and I was trying to get it to fix it. And by changing it to a... What is it? It is like a less active, less interactive style of portal. It allows for the elevation height. I'm glad it allows bullets to go through, which I just proved with that, but you notice you did not hear that monster taking damage or its death cry, because I guess one of the things that happened is it doesn't... we can pass through, monsters can pass through, bullets can pass through, but sound can't pass through. I'm sure somewhere there's a decent breakdown of what the actual limitations on each of these portal types are. I probably read it at some point, but I sure don't remember it right now. That texture being off is upsetting me right now. Maybe I should have those reach out a little. I don't know. No, I kind of like it as it is. Right. And then this is the room that we built last time. And we just go like, weird, it's like a room and a dead end. What are we going to do about it? I don't know. Oh, hey, look, a bunch of switches that we could get to and press. And a key. Key for the key door. Okay, good. And switches that I don't know what they do. Let's see here. So this one is... this is this elevator. There's the guy. Now we have plenty of bullets. Right, that's what I was about to say. I've talked about this probably a bunch before at this point on the series, but the idea that enemies are not just problems to be dealt with to avoid your own loss of resources, if we're calling health a resource, which that is a whole separate argument I'd have, but because those are all enemies who drop ammo, they are also a source of resources. And so depending on which, like if I made all 4 of them imps don't drop anything, so we would have gone to the section very resource poor. Like I was almost all the way back down to fist punching. Is that redundant? Oh, is there foot punching? Pretty sure that's called kicking. Okay. But so I have basically like, that is a very like soft-handed way of dictating what weapon the player will be using going into the next segment, because I have given them a bunch of something, and I have almost guaranteed that that's something that's going to be more plentiful to the player over the rest. So I can kind of then design this level. So, and then I can design this next segment to be like, okay, if I want it to be easy, because I know the resource that they have, I can fill it with enemies that resource is good against. So with the chain gun, like I could probably put some revenants in here. Maybe, what if I put a revenant in here? Ooh. I could probably put a revenant in here. and the chain gun like works pretty well against him. Or I could put, or to make it hard, I could put like the well, chain gun is what is chain gun is good to stun lock enemies, even if it doesn't deal the most damage over time. But there must be enemies that don't stun lock that easily, don't care about being stun, who have a lot of health and don't get stun locked that easily. So like, I don't know, if I kept giving you bullets only to deal with like a cyber demon, maybe Kakos? I don't know. No, like Lost Souls, or maybe specifically like two of those boys. Not Mancubi. Who are the? What's the actual name of the ones who are like Kakos but they fire Lost Souls? Because if you don't deal with the Lost Souls, then you're gonna get flanked by them if you focus all your fire on the main guy. But if you do split your attention and pause hitting him to take care of the Lost Souls, first of all, I don't think the chain gun is particularly good for the Lost Souls, but then you're also not stun locking him, and that's just giving him an opportunity to launch more Lost Souls at you. So that would be how to, knowing the resource I'm giving, that is how I could sort of control it and decide, okay, well then is this next segment going to be easy or hard for you, given the resource that I know you have. Yeah, what if I put a Revenant like right here? And you come in here and be like, oh, temple, ooh. Nope. Ah, oh no! The pink guy. And then when you hit this one, you're like, oh, yay, good, stairs now. That's half of the problem. That does not go down fast enough. That's more bullets. This should definitely flicker or something, and that's, I need a different, but again, that can wait for a polish pass. Like mechanically this is all functioning well. We drop down here. I kind of want that roof to be higher. I don't know why, just standing there before I was thinking like, what if the roof of the elevator was taller? Because being when the elevator is up, the roof and the floor, it doesn't feel like a separate room. It just feels like an alcove of this big room, but creating a there's another guy. Oh, I did that wrong. That's a wall texture, not a flat. Yeah, like ceiling and floor height differences do a good job of sort of assuming, integrating, creating, whatever, a makes it feel like a different room rather than just like an extension of this room. And we hit that, which does these. Yeah, I think this was one of the things that I did, sort of a piece of wiring I did fix. I need to do a different texture on that one because since that's like a half step, a couple of half steps, so the texture looks wonky. Although that one's just out of place anyway. Oh, and it's not. No, it is. I mean, it's not, but it is. I could probably change the spacing of the steps to make it work. And also, if I make it uneven at the bottom, that would be way harder to notice than uneven right here at the top, the part that you look at when you see it changing. So I could probably cheat and make it look fine. Not cheat, but you know, whatever. And you go, oh, hooray, and now I can go get that key. But then, oh no, a guy. Which again, this is a yes, based in girl mode. I remember that whole press release. I don't know what you want to call it, but just being like, yeah, no, I'm gonna be baseline girl mode now. I remember that. I just didn't remember if like a name change came with it, or if it's just like, yeah, as Eddie's a she now. It's just like, all right, like that's the thing. I got no issue either way. I just didn't remember. Maybe it is more likely that I missed a piece of information than anything else really. And then these stairs, which also these stairs actually line up really well. Is there like a girl's name that could shorten nickname down to Eddie? Because like Edwina, all right. Because like I'm Nicholas, but Nicole, both of those shortened down to Nick in one form or another. Right, and this is where I was just like, all right, let's go to the next part of the level. Like, no, this is the part where the level ends. Edith. Yeah, okay. But yeah, this is gonna be where our teleporter is. I might have to adjust this distance to make it work. Although I thought this was this long. Well, this was this long to enforce the idea of this is the upper landing of this staircase. While also being high and deep enough to feel like a balcony when the stairs aren't there. Yeah, good. So this is where this level is at. Oh, we can start building the next piece. Whatever we decide that next piece should be. What are these drinks? This is a drink I want. Because this is the drink with liquids in it. Okay, so I know I built this box here. Dirty boys. So I know I left this in here. This is mainly to line all the pieces up and make it feel real nice. Like I could get up to 8 chunks out of this. I don't think I'm feeling that ambitious for this level. If I wanted to do another level in this style, I might lengthen it. And honestly, lengthening it probably isn't a problem if you do them real sparsely, but I'm trying to do like my best take on 1024 maps you might have seen by being like, all right, we're going to, you know, make them windy, twisty, dense. That's the thing that I said here. Show me line, show me this. And properties, movement speed, turbo. Turbo knows how to brake. Wow. Yep. I want this one to be. Ooh, we want this sector. What do we want its light to be? We want its light to be. Okay, so the way this works is we set the light to what we want it to blink up to. Right now it's 192, so let's set it to like 120. And then the idea is it blinks from whatever the darkest closest one is. So I want to take this one next to it and set it to something lower than 120. So how much do I want it to blink up by? Okay, what if we call it 80? And then when we're looking at this, you'll see like it'll be here and then blink up to this. We could blink up a little brighter than that. Let's call it like 120 a multiple of 8. 160 would be lower than the 190. All right, let's go 160 just because it's a power of 2, and that's important to programmers. The effect is light flicker, light glow, which no, light fire flicker. Let's see how that works. And actually to sort of push the effect home, and because we have room for it, I want to add a little bit of these. So now this and this are gonna be lights. I think this is the right width of light. Yeah. Because now That's going to, okay, what if I also, to make those apply to that too, we're going to join these. And what that's going to do is that's going to give a light source that implies where that light is coming from. Not that we necessarily need that, but, you know, feels good to have. Because I'm also bored, let's taper this a little bit, because then the back wall of the room matches the curve of the opening to it. Move these a little bit. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna save it right there, and I am like caffeine jittery enough that I am definitely thinking, oh, let's try it again right now, see how that works. But like, let's make some more changes before dealing with that one. I really do wanna. Okay, show me all of these. And we need to... No, I don't want to do that. Okay, up here. That's easier. Show me the one where it's all the mids. Does that seem right? And then these. I believe this will all be mids. Yes. And what do we want this one to be? Well, it's a green. But it's also a secret compartment. There's definitely a sort of like subliminal visual messaging to a lot of the secret zones, where for the secret zones you might use like a pat. You can't even see it up there. Where you might use a pattern like this one because the bear exposed like very tech looking says that like, oh, this is a sort of behind the scenes room. This is like a backstage area, right? It's like here's the front, the front stage. Sure, here's like the front facing like user experience or whatever you want to call it. What am I looking at over there? There's something. Okay, it's fine. And then having this as the background, but like that makes sense for a tech base. But right now we're in this marble zone. So what is like marble background zone? Ooh, well, okay, we could stay with the marble. But see, we're not actually going to see this anyway. It's good to have a texture just for like clarity's sake. That's not the word. Marble I just used. And we'll keep that going. But yeah, the way that we're going to make it different is we're going to give it this like blood-soaked inside. That's not blood. We want flats. We want... No, don't say it like that. Blood. So that will definitely make it seem like, oh, this is a different zone, but still in keeping with the marble. It's going to have the flashing. That might actually be good. Okay. Just might. Never know. We'll find out. I'm going to make this like middle hard. I'm going to upgrade this demon to a Revenant because I think that's going to feel a little bit better. Because like I was just saying, we know that the player is coming in with chain gun ammo. Chain gun is pretty strong against Revenants. Words, wow. Chain gun's pretty good against Revenants. And we know we have that. So it's not actually going to be that hard. It's going to feel hard, because we're gonna be in this pretty tight fight zone. And the thing about Revenant is if you can't stun lock them, you generally need like line of sight to break around, which we do actually have, because if you can just stand here and immediately start chain gun dumping, you can keep them stun locked. If you do need to dodge around, we have this one corner, and then as he follows you, we have this two corner, and then as he follows you, you could three corner into the elevator and then use this upshot and four corner. So we actually do, if you backtrack, you have a lot of corners to use as cover to deal with him. And then yeah, now when we come in here, that's going to drop way faster. You might not even notice it drop at that point, and it'll be bloody and blinky and aesthetic. Okay. Right. Okay, let's go in this way though. I think we need to grab these. Right? And now let's, right behind here, I'm going to flip that. This is going to be our portal line. 202 is generic door? Yes, that's not what we want. We want platform? No. Plane? No. Teleport? No. Not door. Line set portal. That's what we want. Exit line tag, we ain't going to know yet. This is going to be 36, so we do know the exit is going to be 37, because it'll be whatever the new one we just made was, plus a new one, because 36 was the new one we just made. So next time we make a new one, it'll be 37, so we do already know that. Plane align. I'm going to say none, because I'm going to keep this... Visual plus simple teleporter is, I think, the one I'm now using pretty much everywhere. Yes. Visual plus simple teleporter. But that includes the bullets. Whatever. If it makes it work, it makes it work. I'm going to appreciate that instead of talk shit. Because I do not feel like getting hit. Oh, by the way, remember that thing I said a minute ago? I can just go ahead and... do that. Actually, if I do it like that, yeah, that seems pretty even. Give this. And we don't really have like a good... Oh, no, we do. I use it over here. Let me borrow this. See, how about I do it there too? I should use this floor a lot more often in the design of these zones. This is here. I can also use this. Gosh, where's that opening? Here. I can put it here. And here. Oh, right. The door that I want to open is also over here because it is this one. It is this one. There. Now that's fixed. It'll still look weird. Oh, you know what? I can, in fact, make it this, like I said, can continue the idea of making it feel like a separate room using the texture distinction. I am kind of still thinking I could change the look of this middle room. Instead of all of them being green with this floor, I can make this one even more demon feeling. So that way it's like, yeah, no, these sides, which are navigationally speaking completely separate without the use of teleporters, to make the whole thing feel like jarringly smushed together. To have that on, just sort of like continue that like continue that portal feeling But in this case, it is just like a trick of the eye rather than actually being portal based. Yeah, I don't want all of it. Let's do just the floor for now in that sense, and we'll work out more of it later. What? Actually, all right. If the other ones are going to be green, should just be silver. Oh, we could do like red brick. That'd be pretty good. So let's. Whew. Oh. Don't know what that means, but okay. Oh, I see what that means. Okay. Yeah, let's go with this rock feeling, right? And we'll put this here. That feels a bit different, at least. What do we want the ceiling to be if it's like this? I could do a skull ceiling. Let's just do this different. Hang on. Phew! Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, okay, there's like a, it's like a silver metal? Nope. Gray marble. Wow, I was nowhere close. But yeah, there's like a gray marble we can work with here, right? Gray marble. Oh, that's like a gray marble. Or there's a red marble. Hey, what about the red marble though? Also, meh. Also, meh. Oh god. Yeah, if we try out this like Hell Castle look, I do probably want to do these manually around all of that, right? Because then this will, when I go to do the wide, it'll keep it from changing our other zones. Oh, it does kind of mess up our height, what have you, doesn't it? I'm gonna leave this for now. We'll see how the feeling of this plays in actual gameplay. And also, I want to do this because in doing that now, oh boy. Okay, I'll make myself a little dizzy. But now we don't have this giant one. But we can have this. And which one of these? Let's make one of these look right. Done. Now we shift A and regular A on these. Yes, now everything still lines up the way we want it to. That even lines up. I'm gonna say perfectly, even if that's maybe a strong idea. Strong word. I feel like this is going to need a more like red now because it is part of this hell wall. What about this one just called red wall? You know, with the mice and the, yeah, you know, you get it. I'll do this. Yeah, that seems pretty good. If I lift this up, it will actually work. Right? Because now, just lift it up till that's in line. Okay, good. Good. Did I need to do that? No. Did I do that? Yeah. Just, now also I can do this. Whoops. That. Yeah, I like to look at that. It's a little raised. It feels... Oh, a little more Castle Regal feeling, I think, maybe. Now, we definitely have this, like, weird... I think that'll also really help us make the distinction of, yeah, no, this is that... This like, strong color distinction does make it feel... make it more recognizable that you're looking back at another piece. I mean, heck, if I made one of these... If I made all three a different color... Although I really like the way that the texture lines up here. So I can make this one be the one that I leave. Although, something about the way the flow of this level and this makes it feel really good. It's fine for now. When you're sort of looking through like this, it makes it way more distinct. Hey, we're looking at the centerpiece. Hey, we're looking at one of the side portals, right? It helps distinctivize? That ain't a word. Huh. What's that I need to do? I need to add a new zone. Right. Okay. Right. Okay, but if you do it... Let's just add a box over here first. Right. The thing I actually want to do is I kind of want to create I want to create sort of a template border to keep things making sense. Just to sort of keep myself locked into the dimensions that I need to be working in. Right. I'm declaring. Right, correct. This is what we want to be seeing. Let's go around this way. Get rid of that one, because what I also want to do is I want to take this whole one and I want to put it over here. Nope. Put it over here, but we're going to spin it and attach it here, right? Because now if I join those two, then I can get rid of that one. And to do this, I wonder if it defines 37 when I add it as the exit tagline. So it's like, no, 37 exists. 37 is known tag. Never mind that it doesn't it isn't attached to a line somewhere, but something is referring to it, so we're just going to assume that it exists, right? Now when we look at this, yes, those connect, and that should be fine. Whatever that means. And then when we stick it there, so now that's right on that. And this is our new one. Yes, okay, good. Oh, this is our tiny, so this is this. Put this here. And then I'm gonna try and do some wacky stuff coming up here. Pretty sure is what I want to do. Stretch that a little bit because stay even to this grade of grid. Great. This gauge of grid. There, that's the weird specific terminology I would like to use for fun here. Actually, when we look at this from outside, yeah, okay, because now it's this. Here, we can just, yeah. Look at how much higher up we are from where we started. Man, these are. Some of these are just tall runes, but I have a decent amount of, like, just looking at this, you can see how much like vertical height we actually play with. I think this is the highest and lowest points, which, to be honest, isn't a lot, and they're not really adjacent in any way where like they're apparent. You never see the high and the low, so you never see the full contrast. But it makes me feel better to know that I'm at least using some verticality, because most of the time I forget. But okay, then we're gonna come in here. And all right, here's the wacky thing I want to do, like on Bugs Bunny or something. I want to see what happens when I try to make all of the walls of this room made up of portals. You get where I'm going? So when we have like that, because that's the other thing, you can't portal to somewhere else within the same zone. Like these work because there's multiple portals in here, but they're all from over here. So like you cannot connect these zones physically. Like that is one of the limitations of portals. Which means to actually do this, I'm gonna have to like weirdly optimize. That way all of the internal here is going to be separated. But if I go to a finer grade, I can get them closer together, but just for oops. How did I miss that? No, I don't know what that noise was. Don't worry about it too hard. Okay, so let's talk here. These are gonna be, I should remember. Should probably just try and memorize this. 156. Oh, does it say here? It do. Okay. So we're gonna do all of these. And this is gonna be, so like there could also be something here that like it will not allow me to do, because I basically am about to try and cause an infinite recursion. You put A inside B and then you put B inside A, which means that A is inside B and B is inside A and B is like, I tried to do that with a website once to see if I could just get it to freeze up forever, and it just called me on my bullshit and was just like, no, here's 3 times and then you're done. And I'm like, all right, that makes sense. Like, yeah, call me on my bullshit. Good job. Could be weird about it and also make it like height wise different. Yeah, I could change the elevations of these different sections. But then because I would have to align them all, you would never notice. Unless is there some way that we could have like a overlook that looks into these? No, because then they would have to be connected. I could cheat it and build a replica of these purely for the sake of looking down upon it. So you're just like, here's what you just went through, but here. We're gonna see if this works. Because we're gonna we're gonna see if this works by leaving this normal stuff and then having these different colored what has yous? What has it uses? Let me put these. And so theoretically, if I do this right, we will only see the red and the blue. and none of the brown or silver will appear. I want to know what it's going to do when I what do you call it? When I go into... Come on, Nick, words. You can do it. You're a big boy. When I see myself, right? I want to know if it's going to show a copy of me or if that's the thing that it's going to be like, well, there's another you, but it's not. And normally we don't render yourself, but if you're looking, if you can, we'll render you if you're being looked at. We'll render you for the person who's looking at you, who in this case is you. Like, I'm sure there's a way to program it that it'll be annoyed, but just go, fine. I don't know. So, okay, yeah, so we got to... $156. Portal type, visual and simple. Exit line tag. We don't know. The problem is I need to do all these independently. So let's go here. Up. We're going to do new. And the outcome will be the other one. And that would have to align with this one. Which is... What's it? 39. This will be 38. Is that right? Okay. And now next ones will be 40 and 41. You're 39? You're 38? Oh, I want to have some consistency here. This one's 40 and it'll exit to 41. Okay. And now this one will be 41 and exit to 40. Okay. So now... No, that is correct. Okay. And then... You'll be... hang on. You'll be 42 and exit to 43. And you will be 156, exit to 42, but you are 43. Again, visual and simple teleporter. Okay. This I want to go look at because this might be totally busted. I'm a bit excited to find out though. Okay, so I think in order to get this, we need to basically start here. So we got to remember to put the start back, but for now... Man. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we're starting here. Give me some weapons to play with. And then this guy's probably right here. He just likes to navigate that way. They try to pathfind through the portals. Doesn't quite work all the time. Right. I do that first, so that way, basically, no matter what, you have to go deal with that chain gun guy before doing anything else. Key. Ouch. See, to me, that's the funny part, because in my webcomic, you can read at elitestudios.net/aloof. Yeah, I think that feels a little better. I need to do something. I didn't leave the... I don't know if I like the red, the green and the red. It's a little bit like Christmas. It's the wrong green, but it is Christmas. So here I want to say I'll be coming in here with a lot of chain gun. If you pay attention, you can have an alright fight with them right here. That hurt, but it's fine. Right, it's when you walk. Yeah, that looks alright. You can't really see the lights from there, so I might want to change their location. So that way you can see it happening. But yeah, that's about right. I might try a different effect, but yeah, that's about right. Blood on the floor, that definitely feels like it fits. It's a little different. I think the blood is what makes it feel like the behind the scenes, though, so I'm going to say that works real well. Ah! Man, I really forget about those guys. Yeah, that feels real good, because now it feels like an alcove. It is clearly open because it does not match the rest of the floor, so it is clearly... It makes it feel like the whole wall just opened up, even though really it just opened a door to a hole that was already there. Little specific things. Okay, but now we go. And if it was going to crash, it would crash here. Oh, yeah! Look at that! Oh, yeah, that's me! Okay, so it's not an infinite recursion. It's only showing, like, 3 recursions, but this is exactly what I was looking for. Hey! No, it won't let me shoot myself? Whoa! Okay, so, okay. Okay, hang on a minute here. I'm drunk with power and caffeine. Okay, so this means it's working. Because let's not forget, this is just 2 rooms portaled together. I had not considered this part. Okay, so this is something I might want to actually figure out, like, on paper somewhere. Just to, like, sketch it and figure it out. Because, like, the idea that it's straight across makes it too easy to figure out. And the fact that these are just that one means that it's like, oh, so if we want to, you know, call this like the finish line. God, and I would want that one to feel like a standalone object. We would want this finish line to have walls with thickness feelings, right? So whatever are connected here, we would want this to... We would want whatever room... No, because it's not a... Oh, okay. Okay, give me a second. Oh. This is... I want to know what's... Will this hurt me? No, but it'll happen over there. Oh, I love it. Basically, I'm trying to see if I can do an antechamber now, you know? Wait a second, because I don't even have to... The portals just have to connect to portals of the same size. They don't have to be squares, though. So I could have, like... I could do some rude shit, is what I'm saying here. So the kind of the ultimate goal for this is to... I mean, first of all, just this... So, okay, wait. How many does it render? From the room you're in, you see 1, 2, 3, 4. So the third instance of seeing yourself. Okay. Is it of seeing yourself? Or do you see through 1, 2, 3, 4 portals and it won't show through a 5th portal? This is a different test to test. Because if it only shows through, I'm guessing it's 4, not just that it's rendering 3 instances at the same time, right? Yeah, because as we move around this, these don't change. It's only when we jump through portals that it changes which one. Man, being on a grid like this makes me think of like Advanced Wars or something. Oh, God, Hey, yo, also, it is creepy that you never get to see your own face. Because it is the opposite of a mirror. It feels like ghosts who are all pretending you're not there. Oh, that's creepy. I love it, but it's creepy. Am I talking extra loud today? Have I been clipping? I'm sorry. Let me tone myself down a little bit. On the mix, not in real life. Of course not in real life. Also, I never really asked, is this one that sounds better on the side or one that sounds better on the 4? I think this one is meant for the 4, not the side. This is empty now. I don't know if you could tell. Wow, that lid makes a pretty good seal. But also the cup itself is strong enough to not just immediately disintegrate when you create a vacuum in it. What am I doing here? Okay, but this is cool. This is very cool. Also, there is a couple of ways to do this, right? Why am I even looking at this? Because it's not the one portal to the backside. It's, okay, where do we come in? We come in from here. We look here. So it's whatever room is 1, 2. This has to be a third room. That third room, this needs to be like a solid wall with some depth to it, in order to make it feel like this has depth to it. Because like we could cheat this. There's some ways to cheat this. All right, let's So the idea that I would think I want to go for this section is this idea of like, so in this last room, you know, the portal between this chunk and this chunk is this obvious. You're going into a separate area. You are going in from different zones. You are going in to like different unconnected sections, innavigable sections from each other. Hang on, I had a thought. Oh, that gives me room to put a secret right here. Not a big secret, mind you, but a secret. That length is 81, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to do that. I want to do this, though. Now I can drag this to be centered, so that all looks right. But now we have plenty of room right here for something. Oh, I could be a pain about it. If I really wanted to, I could have a tiny closet space like this, which is actually a portal door and then the tiny closet itself can take up a chunk of another 1024 chunk, a sub chunk, if you will. Um, so that way, a 1024 chunk it still is only 1024, but the secret of it leads out to a space bigger than that. But if I just like, and then if I spread that out, so every chunk has like a secret door that leads to another sub chunk of this extra chunk, that chunk is still in a 1024, and this chunk is still in a 1024. It's just that they're all weirdly interlinked, and those secrets get to share. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Plus, then I get that chunk's worth of 10 monsters. And I'm like, secretly, technically, whatever, adding some of those chunk monsters. Which is a fantastic phrase now that I say it out loud accidentally. I would be adding those secret chunk monsters into the existing chunks to be able to like sneak one or two more enemies in while still technically obeying my rules. Oh my god, and what is better thematically to a map that is about abusing portal technology than using portal technology to abuse the constraints placed on the creation of the map. Okay, then that has to be what that middle section is, right? That middle box in the middle that was just for spacing, that's going to be my secret chunk. And when I want to add secrets that are bigger than the area available to set that into, I'm going to have to rewrite a whole bunch of the secret chunks in here. Oh, this is rad. Oh, this is rad? How come I'm only thinking of this now? Because I'm having like an extremely good and chatty brain day today, I guess. This is so good. Okay, I wasn't sure what I was. So I'll say this. At the end of last session, I wasn't sure where to go from here. Like I was kind of thinking this thing about like, because the idea here, what I basically wanted was like portal maze, in the idea of like exactly this, that it is a whole bunch of rooms where every wall is a portal, so like it feels like you're going through a real area. Or like I'm thinking I could have some connections that are like, like an L-shaped connection, but then, oh my god, I've been making every portal as a pair. I think it would work that like 1 goes to 2, and then 2 goes to 3, and then 3 goes to 7, and so on. This, if you've ever played the game Antechamber, my thought was like, if this is going to be like the final room or the climax room, it needs to be like a very Antechamber, like non-Euclidean sort of like secretly hidden space kind of thing. Whoa. Okay, give me a minute. This is hurting my brain in a fantastic way. Like, I can't make it that expansive because of, we still have, or like that's the thing about it, right? Is we have this floor space constraint in terms of what we can build. But by using portals to repeat those sections, we get this sense of some grand floor plan that doesn't fit in 1024. But because we're repeating them, not every instance is the same. We are seeing repeats. Oh, and the reason why whether it's by like rendering the same room a certain number of times or just how many portals you can see through, is that if you can only see through 4 portals at a time, then that means you can go like 1, 2, 3, and then you just have a room that's a 90-degree turn, so you have a real solid wall to look at the end of that one, and then you won't notice the blank space, is the thing about it. So the way you do that, you could basically end up with like, if this is the one you started, you could go 1, 2, 3, right hand, at the bottom, left hand, 1, 2, and then 3 is the one where you started? No, it would have to be, but it would be something like that, where from this one, it's one portal, 2 portal, 3 portal, 4 portal, and that's your other right hand. So that way you see this set of rooms long ways, but you never actually see through more than 4 portals at a time. And then you kind of do it going the other way, so you have this like figure 8 of looping, of this figure 8 of loops. There's a lot of ways to go with this. Like, I feel like I could do some really wild stuff just taking this room and turning it into a whole map. Imagine a whole map where you like never see real walls. You know? That sounds nuts. Jeez Louise. Why does it sound like KK Slider? Just a little bit. Fall into the sky. I would love to. I would love to. Skyfall? Hang on. I didn't like that movie. Okay. Idea number 1. I want to take this one and I want to do it like this, because this way we will get this little sense of wall here. Actually, I want to do it. I'm going to start by just doing that. And I want to put... I want to make this one a spike, just to make it like extra different so I can notice it. We'll change the... what have you of it. Oh, actually, we're doing this. Not like that. I mean, well, that's fine too, but let's do it this way. Because now it looks weird. Yeah, that's what I want. I want it to look weird. Make it weird for me. I'm Duke Nukem's evil twin. I give to charity. Hey, do you think that the fact that there is a mighty boot button is some sort of real subtle implication that Duke is into foot stuff? If you dedicate a whole button to putting a big foot on the screen, that's saying something, isn't it? Don't listen to me today. Wow. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Let's just use this because that's techie looking. It'll be that. It'll be this. It'll be whatever. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm saying it'll be fine. I don't know if that's true. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to have a finished room here today, especially because I think I'm only going for a couple more minutes. But I want to do one more piece of I want to do one more piece of like experiment / proof of concept, and I am going to have to think about this because there is some like, man, you think solving recursive puzzles is hard? Intentionally creating recursive puzzles is hard. As somebody who like at 3 a.m. this morning was trying to solve a weird like while loop recursive bug in PHP. Solving them is hard. Accidentally creating them is pretty easy. Intentionally creating them to get a specific effect out of it, woof, that ain't easy, my friend. I'm gonna go this way. I want to go the double. Right? And then this one goes like this. All right, so let's see if this alternate way works. So when you come in, I want you to look to the right, you'll see blue. And then you see red right back. But if you look left, I want you to see, I'm going to make these green. We got to have like a good green somewhere, right? Yeah, perfect. We got a marble green. Oh, this music is weird, but I'm not hating it. Okay, we're gonna have a green. When you look left, I want it to come out here. So this is gonna get a new tag, which is 44. And a green will always return to, and this one's going to come out 40. But this one's going to come out 44. No. This is 41. This is going to come out 41. All right, I can't tell if it's telling me stuff that is broken. That goes to there. This goes to there. That goes to there. Oh, yeah, it's not happy. Okay. This one goes to here. This one goes to there. Fine. Okay, that one. This one. So right hand goes red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. But left hand, we want to go red to green. This one I want to come out blue. So I want this one to come out 40. And it's going to be 45. Right? So now you look left hand and you go to green. And if you go back, you go to red. So that feels normal. And then if you go left again, you go to blue. And that's only one way. But when you go here, it goes back to red. And that goes to red. No, wait. Yes. I think it has to show it weird because one is one way, one is two ways. I don't know what that other one was where it was a third color because three-way I don't think makes sense. Or does it make sense? See, because this is going to be the non-Euclidean thing if you can go back through stuff. And then the other idea is going to be, if I move these like over here, right? Then I can do a that much. Right? Because now we do that because what we're going to have here is we're going to connect these. And you need to be 46, which means you'll come out 47, which means you're 47 and you come out 46. This one I'm going to make a short loop. But it's also weird because it's only a loop you can get to by going left hand, right? By going left hand? By going left hand. If you go right hand, you'll never see the green and you'll never get to that loop. For now, I'm color coding it. When this is done, they will all have like pretty... If they do have differences like to the floor and whatever, they will be very subtle, which is what will make it maze-like, is the lack of long sight lines and like landmarks to keep yourself to keep track. Whew. Oh, goodness gracious me. I am A, too excited, B, confused. 48. So this will be 49? So on one of them, I need to flip them. And it doesn't matter which. Now those work. Okay. Let's try this, because we know the recursion works. I'm not sure how the one-way portals will work. Y'all! I am getting confused and excited. And I won't finish that joke. You know what? We don't... No, we do need to be here in order to get to the whatever. I wonder if he pathfinds because he tries to go straight through. And then he's like, oh wait, I can't. So maybe I need to close the middle of that box. Like, I actually like the fact that it is separate boxing. I might need to go in and sort of like turn each of those doorways into cups. Well, no, I kind of can't, because the whole point was, because it's a shared inner space, that's how I kind of get away that the pass-through zone is shared. But if that's going to mess up... It got me! It got me! It got me! I know I just built this section, and that still got me. And you go, oh, hooray! And then some of this happens. Take those, again, giving out more chain gun ammo. Whoa! I did something wrong there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okie day, Annie. I'll fix that later. I forgot about him. Yeah, imagine if this was just another portal to a bigger secret. No, a closet that opens isn't a secret. No, I gotta do the whole other side. Oh my gosh. I forget. Is it... This side is this side? Yes, it is. I'm wondering if I should swap them just to make the zone more confusing. Love to make a zone confusing. Oh, there's separate damage dealings. Right, because this one has the wall here, and so I need to unpeg these walls in order to make those line up when it opens. All right. Oh, that's the zone where I should... This inside here should be marble too. Okay. Man, I'm going to also have to take a lot of notes about what is it that I need to clean up. Did both sides break? Okay, both sides broke. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Now, yes, you look this way, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue forever. Here's our fine. And this way, red, blue, green. I could put the green in between. Then you step in here. Nope, that broke. Okay. Why did that... Right! Has to be off. Okay, why is that... Oh my god! Something is offset. What's offset? It's because of the way that they're rendering over each other. Okay. Because this is the green. This is the way this goes. And then we're back at green. Okay. So there are little things I need to figure out. But again, imagine if, like, this was also blue. It would be really hard to notice that there was this extra strip over here. Why is it? Okay, there must be something I didn't quite think out. It's because that stretch is... that this is what... Okay, so can I... if I just do it like this, that goes here, and hopefully it'll... Alright, so there is some weird, like, overlaps of rendering that are... I don't have the mental power to work out right now. There's not like a purple we can get, is there? Nah, but I could do this for now. Give it good old slime 15. Alright, let me try one more time. But I can start, like... I can probably start here. Right? Because I'm behind it, but you can walk through it this way, no problem. It's coming back this way where it would try to teleport me, and I would hit a locked yellow door. Yes, it is locked from both sides because that is how that door would work. And also because I program both sides of the door at the same time, and so they end up getting equivalent flags. All right, let's try this one more. What? Okay, no, apparently I can't. Fine. I could just start into red. Is the thing. Shout out to Daniel Dwyer at NoClip. Yeah, you go this way, it's just this way. You go this way, and that is still broken like that. Okay. I bet you if I shortened that to just not the edge, it'll... Yeah, no. That made it worse is what it did. That's the only weird part, is that you go here. But this is one of those ones where you don't really notice it unless you're going backwards. Going this way? Ooh. Yeah, it really becomes... Well, also because it's... For mine, it's... There! You see how it pops that way? Something... See, but now I'm stuck on that idea of... Did I make this too long? Did I make this too long? Is that the problem? I bet you this is the problem. Yeah, that one's too long. Right? I think that's what'll fix it. Because, yeah, now it's the same length. Now it goes there. This one... I do want this to go a bit longer. 1, 2... Here, 1, 2... Here. I'm also gonna have to, like, be playing Tetris with these in terms of placement and whatever. Because like I could do it there, and it's going to do something weird there, but that's going to be that. Okay. Now that I have lengths right, let's just put me there. And let's look at this one more time. Yeah. Here's over here. There, like that. You see how you see how giving the real wall, again, we're actually looking through two portals to see the corner of this thing, right? So it's a weird thing, but by doing this, it gives this illusion that this alcove has some depth to it. Basically, I would need to do the same over here. Okay, so I mirror the green, but I have that go on the right hand side, and that'll have, I mean, also that's the other thing about it. I could make that one so that way, like, it is a room with that panel in it, or with that alcove in it, and then I do other, like, I make the alcove real. That is the easy way to do it, and I just build around it. But like for this proof of concept, here's what we're looking at. And again, this long hallway is going to need, right? Because this is the whole point. Giving this is it. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what fixes it. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we get 4, but then that's the last one. God, this feels so interesting. I don't know if it is, but it feels interesting, you know? All right, because this work, it actually does this too. And then that makes that one feel real. All I got to do is I'm going to have to make like another room that does it. Or the idea that like some of these should be... Right, so red goes in. So what if we just... That was a Mega Man remix. If I just do this, that'll help one thing. And then... Okay, because now I can actually condense the placement of these a little better. I'll actually be kind of annoyed if I do just, like, figure out a decent enough looping room complex structure that I'll be able to call it, like, figured out and done. Can't move that one that close. Okay. Need to avoid breaking the walls, or they'll come tumbling down, tumbling down, yeah, if we snack this one in between, we can do it like that. And the thing that we need is basically this way. I do want to make a duplicate of that at some point. But yeah, it's 6 across. That's what I had wrong last time. I had it like 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. But I can make the I want to make these like, yeah, kind of like that, I guess. If I could stretch it more, I would. Can I? Remember I said I was going to build one more little proof of concept and then move on? Yeah, this is. When my brain is working well, this is how things go, which is feels kind of weird to say because it don't know if I would really call this like well. Maybe it's not healthy. It might be well, but it's not healthy. I'm gonna put at least a double. Let's put the 4 just for good measure. I'll snap this over here. This is a little rough, but okay. And now might need to do another different green. No, I think this. I'm gonna make this one work. Hold up, I'm gonna fix wolves. Oh my god, you think you gonna fix wolves? Just hang in there. So that one connects there. Basically the direct, yeah, the non here. This is where I want to connect these two, okay? I think. So you're 38. You're 38. So I want you to come out 38 and you are 42, which means I actually want you to come out 42. Okay? And then you are 39. I want you to come out 39. And I think you are 43, which means I want you to come out 43. Okay, so now those are connected. Okay. Last test. This is going to be the last test because, see, this one will be a little sad because it'll create the loop, but it won't give us the visual recursion. So I'm going to have to do something for that. That's the one that's going to be hard because the whole point is I am putting a break before you see it again. So I think what that's going to mean is, because right now this doesn't go anywhere. Also, don't forget that. So this whole layout is going to change. That this is still just a proof of concept because it is. This is a flat unroll of a torus. Personally, I'm a Pisces, but you don't want to see me flat unrolled. It's like that one scene from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I almost said Who Flushed Rubber Roger. I'm gonna hit test play and then I'm gonna end the stream because, oh boy, oh have these tools always been here on the left hand side? Oh boy, save test. Hello. So here's the thing: if we go this way, blue, red, whatever. If we go this way, blue, red, whatever. Blue, red, whatever. And then we can see this far, but you never see the black. As soon as you turn around, oh, dip, there's a green. See, that doesn't feel quite right either. I do believe this kind of counts as non-Euclidean, though. But you go this way, and it's like, huh, I could do this. I think really what this means is that, like I said, I need a false extra stripe, so that way when you're looking back, you still get a stripe, but it's a different stripe. So you would want it to look the same here, but then when you took it, when you got about here, there would be something different hidden in here, and that would be Cat2. That would be the thing that's like so non-Euclidean about it, because it's just like, oh, if you go the one on the right hand side and you go in that strip, hey, there's nothing there. If you follow the no, that's the right hand side. If you follow the left side and take this strip, well, it'd be kind of weird, right? Because it would be, you'd have to approach it from the red side to get the special one. Because on the blue side, it would look the same, but when you would step into it, and then you would be in the green, and you would be in the false green. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to sort of recall that idea when we come back here next time. But it's not that this middle one only appears on one side. Trust me, I love that. But in this never see the black void version of this, you can it's pretty easy to notice when it appears and disappears. So I would need a fake one. I think that's pretty easy to understand. And I can't actually leave. Oh right, that's portaling 2. And then this is going to be our exit, whatever our exit is. So at some point I'll replace this with a door or something. Like probably I would make this wall silver, and it would be a short door instead of the spike, and then whatever. And then also at some point, instead of making it entrance exit, you would have to find one of these loops. You would have to find the right loop to get to the exit. So I'm going to need more rooms. I'm thinking I could do shorter rooms. I did big squares for uniformity, test purposes, whatever, but like basically the 1024 constraint is just constraining how many rooms, like how many room pieces I can construct. But again, in terms of actually looping them, then it's like, all right, I can make big ones, I can make small ones, I can loop them a bunch, and I could eke out probably like another room's worth. Chris Roomsworth, he's the one who played 4, the Fantastic Four. He played the Fantastic. I need to go. But yeah, okay, proof of concept. And honestly, maybe that's the thing. Maybe this will be like a little puzzle dimension, and then if I do, I could do another room after this, which isn't a puzzle. This is like the climax puzzle of the portaling theme, but then I could have another room afterwards, another chunk afterwards, that included these like recursive. Actually, yeah, that's the thing. Like, because at some point you get, oh, this is a loop. This is a recursive pattern that we're looking at. Oh, and also the light changes real weird because we actually hit it twice. I mean, all the lighting is being weird because of the combination of like tools and what do you call it that we're using, tools and techniques and compatibility and all that. But like, if this is the recursive maze, the next one will be like the recursive showpiece into what is ultimately a honestly, I'm just trying to get that like traditional pizzeria look where you go in you're in the city, so it is, everything in the city is, you know, like a I want to say railroad, but it's like a cargo box, because you go in the front, your side walls are, you know, interior walls to other stores, so they are just solid, and then you have the work in the back. But those solid walls, you just put mirrors on each side, so you go to eat your pizza and you just look into infinity. Is that why I love Star Road so much? Because I grew up hanging out in pizzerias in the city? That's a cool. That's an interesting thought. That's a weird. Okay. Um. And then yeah, like so this is the maze part that just really drives home that yeah, not only is something weird going on in the terms of like connecting the disconnected and like impossible space configurations, but this one is just like no, now you're just looping. Now UAS is just recursive. UAS is just recursive. You recursive ass bitch. That's me. That's me. I distracted myself. But this is the one that really drives home like, yeah, this is you are now not just noticing impossible spaces, you are now like trapped in an impossible space. And then the last bit is just like a real showpiece to it. And then when you get like a showpiece, but also like narratively, it's just like now you're in the broken space. Now you have Inception gone too deep in the loop, and that's where you discover something that ends the level. Like maybe you go outside, maybe you I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing, I don't know. And I think that's cool. So I'll have to figure out something for that. All right, that being said, I don't know how far we don't have room for many more pieces. I can't really make like too many like duplicate fake ones. Maybe I don't have to. I'll decide what I'm doing at some point. I'll decide what I'm doing at some point. I've been saying that since like middle school. Oh, that hurts. That's so true. It hurts. But yeah, we did not make a lot of progress in terms of actually building the level. But yo, this was some conceptual development that happened on this stream, and that's awesome. And I'm gonna go call it quits. Let me drop this back over here so the music goes away because it's distracting me somehow. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Again, for not getting that much done in terms of this map. I hope it was still really cool and exciting. I clearly got a lot of excitement about it, but I'm gonna go and have the rest of my day. And I had a good time. I hope you had a good time too. And until next time I see you, get vaccines, get boosters. There are more coming. It's not because the old ones didn't work. It's because there are new variants and shit that need updates. You know, it is still COVID, but it is new versions of COVID that we need new solutions to fix. Short explanation. So you can get fully vaxxed and boosted. Stay inside as much as you can. Self-isolation is it's kind of like abstinence. It's the only surefire way to avoid to sort of zero the risk, not just lower it. If you do have to go out, wear your mask. Your mask protects others, and their mask protects you. Wash your hands. That is like the father of all hygiene concepts. God, what are the rest of the ones I do? Oh, do you want It's like 4:30. Do you want to go start the casserole?
Okay.
Just as the cat sat down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's because she's a pain. Oh no. She was getting. I shouldn't say that out loud. Raise the voices of the oppressed. Learn to recognize the people who are being oppressed versus the people who are claiming to be oppressed. First of all, can you hear them? Do they have an easier time speaking? Do they have less to lose, less to put on the line? These are the things you need to consider. You have to consider the source and the power dynamics at play between the two sides. Remember that you can't just claim neutrality. Neutrality doesn't exist because if neutrality sides with the oppressors, it allows them to continue to do whatever they want. And the rule that underlines the rest of these rules, I'm almost at 10. Take care of one another. I'll see you next week. Button.